If you're about to head out for some Friday night plans, we've been keeping an eye here. Loop 410 at Blanco. These westbound lanes have just been slow going over the last hour and are still pretty backed up. So something to keep in mind.
In addition to all the traffic that we expect this weekend. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us during the 6 o'clock hour. We'll see you right back here for the Night Beat. Have a great day.
We often see the power, but not the planning that a special team of San Antonio police officers uses to end tense situations peacefully.
That's right. Whenever there's a SWAT team, whenever you see them, just know that there are also hostage negotiators who are armed, but they're armed with words. Katrina Weber gives us a rare glimpse as to how they work together.
With big trucks and long guns, a SWAT team rolls in, backing up officers during tense trouble. With them at these standoffs, though, are what may seem more like silent partners. That is, until they use their words.
Make the right choice by coming outside with your hands up.
Hostage negotiators are always part of the plans.
You'll see us, we're in here and the SWAT's in the front. Every time SWAT's getting deployed, we're getting deployed as well.
Officer Sebastian Huerta is a 2-year veteran of the San Antonio Police Department's hostage negotiator team. This day is about shaping more of them.
Tell my kids I love them and everything's going to be okay. I'm not talking to you anymore.
I know what you're going through, Mark.
SeaWorld's Aquatica serves as the backdrop for training,
I'm going to jump off this damn building.
with make-believe scenarios drawn from real-life situations.
This is going to be a very slow, controlled movement.
One group deals with a hostage situation on the phone,
Hey, what's going on today?
It's a lot to explain.
I have time. What's going on?
while another works to save a man on the edge.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that crap. No, she doesn't.
If she didn't care, she wouldn't have called us.
It's not always criminals that are
Tonight on the Night Beat, San Antonio police officers describing the moments that led up to the shooting death of Melissa Perez, what one officer said about the plan to de-escalate the situation.
Live from KSAT 12, the Night Beat starts right now.
Are you ready? Early voting starts on Monday, and people in Bexar County will consider whether to help fund a new downtown Spurs arena. They're going to see it as Proposition B on their ballot. It asks whether they should take a county tax on hotel stays and car rentals, and whether that should go towards the arena's construction. So tonight, the night team's Garrett Berger went to that area around that potential arena and asked neighbors how they feel about the project.
Labor Street Park in Lavaca is just a few blocks south of where a new Spurs arena would go at Hemisphere, and where some residents say it should.
All right, I'm voting for it, baby.
The $1.3 billion arena would be funded with money from the Spurs, City of San Antonio, and Bexar County. Only the county portion's on the ballot, but without it, the current funding plan falls apart. Most people we talk to in the area in favor of the new arena.
I think we need it. I think we really need to be a city, not just a wannabe city.
Change is going to come whether we like it or not. If it's not going to be this venue, it's going to be something else down the road.
We show it's a sign that we're open to get more teams or even bigger companies to invest in the city.
But not everyone's a fan. Judging by the signs, you'll be voting no on Prop B.
Absolutely. You have two major stadiums facing each other with a highway going through them. The traffic as it is right now is horrendous. Just when we have special events like Fiesta, I've actually had someone park in my driveway.
Traffic and parking concerns, not just limited to opponents.
I'm in between. Just trying to get home takes like about 15 minutes whenever Alamodome shuts down everything.
The UTSA Center for Public Opinion Research polled likely voters in early October and found more opposition to Prop B than support, but also a chunk of undecided voters. Early voting starts Monday and runs through Halloween. Election Day is November 4th, and you can sink your ballot on any of those days. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
In other news now, from a school employee to a sexual assault suspect. That is 24-year-old Bailey Estrada. Bexar County Precinct constables say that he got into trouble after a traffic stop. They say they found a young girl in a car with him who they believe had been sexually assaulted. That girl is back with her parents. Excuse me, I'm told that girl was not in the car with him. But Estrada is charged with sexual assault of a child. He worked in the special ed department at Harlan High School within Northside ISD from September of last year through October 10th of this year. A massive search now for a woman in Terrell Hills is over. Julie Strauss, the wife of former Texas House Speaker Joe Strauss, has been found. We're told that the 64-year-old woman walked away from her home in the 200 block of Geneseo before 7 p.m. yesterday. First responders gathered at that property this morning. They received instructions and then spread out. And then she was found 20 hours later, 1.5 blocks away from the couple's home. In a statement released tonight, former Speaker Joe Strauss said that his family is, quote, Sarah, Robin, and I are incredibly grateful for the heroic persistence and true professionalism of local and state law enforcement, as well as our many friends and neighbors who searched night and day until Julie was found. And he added, quote, our family will always appreciate the outpouring of support and prayers that we received across Texas. Julie is home safe and in good spirits, end quote. Miscommunication was at the center of a testimony today in the trial of 3 former San Antonio police officers who killed a woman. Eleazar Alejandro, Alfred Flores, and Nathaniel Villalobos shot and killed Melissa Perez back in 2023. Officer Andrew Chernak testified today. Now, to be clear, he's not charged in this case. He testified that he and other officers came up with a plan to detain Melissa Perez the night of the incident using less than lethal force. And he told jurors that as he was trying to get into Perez's apartment through a bedroom window, that's when he heard gunshots.
Everything that we talked about was non-lethal. If we needed to, we could tase her from there. Whether it was to take her to jail or take her to a hospital or whatever, that was the plan.
What was your reaction when you first heard shots?
It surprised the heck out of me, to put it politely.
Officer Chernak also testified that Alfred Flores was the officer in charge that night in June of 2023. That's when police were called to Melissa Perez's apartment because she cut the fire alarm. The police chief later said that she was going through a mental health crisis. Jurors in this case have to decide if the 3 former officers followed protocol the night of the incident. Testimony in this case continues on Monday, and we invite you to watch our live stream, which we share on our website, KSAT Plus, and our YouTube page. You know, if you've ever driven west on Marbach Road past Loop 1604, you've probably seen that, a road closed sign. For years, a woodland area has forced drivers onto residential streets in order to continue driving along Marbach. But here's the thing, that could change because Bexar County leaders approved a contract to close a gap earlier this week. Public Works said that connecting that gap is going to provide a much-needed arterial road for the far west side. Construction is expected to begin late next year, and the roadway is expected to open in mid-2027. A Holy Cross coach has been booked into jail overnight on another charge of invasive visual recording. Earlier this month, our KSAT Investigates team broke the news of the police investigation into a hidden camera in Armando Flores' office. And recent court records show that Flores was accused of secretly recording a coworker and a student undressing in his office. The footage also allegedly shows Flores having sex with a woman. Records show the day before his first arrest, Flores had texted the woman and instructed her to tell police that she knew about the cameras and did not want to press charges. Investigators say they also found inappropriate texts between Flores and a student, but it's unclear if that is going to result in new charges. Over the last 2 weeks, we've seen how the government shutdown has hit federal workers and also members of the military. But now we're being told that it could soon affect whether some people have enough to eat. The Texas Department of Health and Human Services could delay November payouts to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP. That's the program that helps low-income families pay for food. Local food banks are filling the gaps now when it comes to current furloughed workers needing assistance. But here's the thing, they're not going to have enough to feed the nearly 300,000 people in Bexar County who are enrolled in SNAP if those people lose their benefits. Still ahead tonight, SeaWorld San Antonio set to hold a weekend of awareness tomorrow. How you can join the More Than Pink Walk up next. Also, the big Texas Comic-Con taking over downtown this weekend, and you're going to take a look inside the world of fandom. That's up next. So many people are getting ready because, I mean, this is going to be their weekend. Gamers, cosplayers, they are getting ready for the San Antonio Comic-Con. This weekend, thousands of fans are going to gather in the Alamo City to celebrate the biggest franchises. Photojournalist Andrew Wilson met with the con-goers who are very excited for the weekend.
This is our first time coming to Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's like our first con ever.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my first con. It's been a lot of fun seeing everything that she likes and just being in the trenches of it, you know?
I love just looking around, interacting with everybody. It's just really fun. So
it's our first time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're a little in awe of it all.
Use this as an excuse to go Christmas shopping here. I feel like you get really cool gifts. Like everything here is awesome.
I just like how it's local. Usually we go out of state to some bigger cons. I just like how this one has some pretty good voice actors here, pretty good sales, everything. I just like how it's just in Texas.
Very big event. There's a lot of things here, a lot of different shops, a lot of different people. It's just basically like everything's here. You know what I mean? Like everything that you could want here is here.
Everything you could want here is here. Okay. Here's something else that's happening tomorrow, actually in just a few hours. I know because I'm going to be there. Tomorrow at SeaWorld San Antonio, thousands of people are expected for the More Than Pink Walk. The annual event raises money and also awareness about breast cancer, which is the most common cancer among women in Texas. The site opens at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and the walk itself, that's going to begin at 9 a.m. We have the registration link on our website. Just look for the story. And I'm excited about this because I'm going to be emceeing the event, so I hope to see you there. Okay, so we have that event going on, although I'm looking right there at the temperatures, 81 degrees. I know Adam's been talking about the record number of 90-degree days that we've had so far this month. But Shelby, you're saying there's a reason for that.
There is a reason, and it's the same reason, Stephanie, we see the heat, and especially the record-breaking heat we normally get in the summer months. It's all because of the big blue H, that heat high that just sits over Texas and really the southeast and camps. And for us, it's been there pretty much nonstop since the last month and a half. Now, with the high pressure continuing to stick around all along the Gulf Coast, we also are seeing a few low pressure systems move throughout the northern portion of the country, giving us a little bit of what we call that omega block, where you get weather pattern after weather pattern, mostly affecting the north and just heat high. It looks like that Greek letter omega, and that's really been the weather pattern for the last month and a half. Now with that, we're still going to see the temperatures above average, sadly, as we head into the weekend. But with that, there is a small chance of rain on Saturday. It's because of a weak cool front moving through, because of that low pressure system that I just showed moving through the northern portion of the country near the high plains. And with that, it is going to have a brief cool down for some folks where you do see that 10% chance of rain. But after that front goes through, it's going to be very weak and only getting to about 88 degrees on Sunday. But the good news is it's going to be feeling less humid. It's going to be a beautiful day on Sunday, despite still seeing some drier conditions. But like I mentioned, those rain chances on Saturday. As we head throughout the next few hours today and even really into tomorrow morning, a few scattered showers are possible in the morning near the coastal plains. They just see some excess moisture in the morning, so a few scattered coastal showers are normal for them. But what we're watching in the afternoon and to the evening is that weak cool front moving through. Already by 2 p.m., a few scattered showers near the coast or towards Houston are still possible. But as that cool front gets closer and closer, specifically, we're looking at the time frame between about 6 or 7 to even just about midnight, because as that cool front moves through, we're tracking that brief possibility of a few showers moving through San Antonio along that I-10 corridor, and then that cool front moves through. And on Sunday, yes, there's still going to be a few scattered clouds possible, but that drier air is going to feed in. Now, we've been talking about it. There's a chance of rain. How much rain can we get? Sadly, not enough to help out with our drought conditions. Really, if we see any rain, it'll be maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain at most. Especially in San Antonio, it's going to be very brief. Not everyone is going to see it. We'll be lucky if we get any accumulation for the rainfall totals. Just to the east, though, near Houston, near Galveston, even near Corpus Christi, they could even see a few chances of some nice rainfall accumulation, especially along the northern portion of the country, near Chicago, St. Louis, all because of that cool front moving through. They're expected to see some heavier rainfall totals with that. Now, although we're not going to see a lot of rainfall totals, we still need the rain. The drought monitor yesterday continued to worsen. We're seeing that abnormally dry area in Fredericksburg, Kerrville continue to strengthen and really become more widespread. But another thing that we noticed yesterday is also that extreme, that red color of that drought started from San Antonio all the way to Seguin, all the way to Hallettsville, and really, we're not really seeing any rainfall totals. And even here on your extended day forecast, tomorrow is the only chance of rain we sadly have on the 7-day forecast. But the good news is that low humidity and yes, some dry conditions on Sunday will be feeling absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, let's talk about, this is week 8 of high school football, and how did it go today?
Great. I mean, some great games, and especially at this point in the season, Stephania, there's teams trying to keep their undefeated record. We have a handful of them in our area. Larry Ramirez reporting live for us from the Fire and Armor Bowl, which is our game of the week coming up, and our Week 8 BGC takeover continues with 10 other BGC games, and we'll see if the Spurs went undefeated in preseason after the break.
We're the Titan cheer team, and you're watching the Fire and Armor Bowl next on KSAT 12.
And there it is, our Week 8 big game coverage game of the week, the Fire and Armor Bowl between Southwest and Southwest Legacy. All of the action going down tonight at Legacy Stadium. And the winner gets to hoist this trophy right here and obtain bragging rights for the year. KSAT 12 Sports Director Larry Ramirez joining us live right now from Legacy Stadium after all the action. Larry, there are few teams left undefeated at this point in the season, but Southwest was one of them.
Yeah, you know what, Mary? The Titans definitely wanted to knock the Dragons off from the ranks of the unbeaten. And I'm going to tell you what, early on in the first quarter in particular, this was a huge defensive battle. And then in the second quarter, the offenses, well, they finally got going at least a little bit. Let's check out those highlights for you right now. Here's the undefeated Southwest Dragons charging the field tonight and ready for the Fire and Armor Bowl. And here's the home side Southwest Legacy Titans taking the field, looking to protect their house. Late second quarter, Titans are on the move. Quarterback Aiden Garcia rolls out, and he throws the ball high and complete to Alejandro Rodriguez for a gain of 20 yards. Now 4 plays later, running back James Ross runs it in, and the Titans lead this one 7-0. Next drive, the Dragons answer right back following a long kickoff return down to the 21. The handoff goes to 38, Dre Voss. He cuts all the way back to the outside. He finds the end zone. PAT is good, and we're tied at 7, but the Titans led 10-7 at halftime thanks to a 37-yard field goal from Jordan Garcia. And then late in the fourth quarter, with 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go, QB Aiden Garcia scores on a 5-yard keeper for Southwest Legacy, the final touchdown of the game, and Legacy wins tonight by a final of 17-7.
It's amazing, you know, this is what we show up early mornings, 6 a.m., ready to practice, get the grind on. This is what we work for. The first big step, you know, we're working to make it to that third season, try and make a good playoffs run, and then, you know, just make it as far as we can.
We won, man. I can't take that away from them. It was beautiful. That was a great team to play against, you know. It was beautiful.
You know what, Mary? This was a very physical game. I would not be surprised if all these guys ended up in an ice bath tonight. All right, we'll have more on this game coming up later on after the night beat. Mary, back to you.
An entertaining one, that's for sure. Thank you, Larry. Well, another team who still owns a record unblemished, New Braunfels hosting 3-3 Piper. First quarter, Piper driving when Unicorn senior DB Landon Jackson follows the eyes of the quarterback and has a straight shot to pay dirt, easily winning the foot race for the pick six. New Braunfels up 7-0. Isaiah Gaitan steps in at QB for Piper, and the senior sees Cash Lancaster downfield delivering a beautiful ball for the 73-yard touchdown. This one was back and forth, but in the end, Piper comes back to win it. Wow, Piper 28-24. Venturing to Matador Stadium now, 3-3 Seguin hosting the reigning state champion Smithson Valley. The Rangers are undefeated in district, and they're in position to keep it that way as junior Caleb Piegler barrels in for the goal line touchdown. Later, Rangers driving again. Junior signal caller Ty Knutson connects with Brody Wick, and the senior does the rest. Turns on the burners to walk it in for the score. The Rangers put up 56 points in the victory. We're not done with the undefeated teams yet. Davenport welcoming 5-1 Somerset to town. District 14 4A D1 title implications here. And there was Davenport's Barrett Fallon giving the Wolves the early lead. Somerset chance to answer. Caleb Flores throws a dart to Quinnell Nesby. Watch out, ref, and he takes it to the 40. But the Wolves hold the Bulldogs to a field goal. Ensuing drive, Fallon with the reception. And look, he jumps over a defender. No one is stopping Fallon. He stiff arms his way in for 6. What a game this was. Somerset falling to Davenport 47-23. Now over at Rutledge Stadium, 2-4 Judson facing 4-3 San Marcos. Rattlers QB Buck Stein drops back. He hits Jordan Lampkin on the outside. Lampkin welcomes the contact, but wait, he's not down yet. The junior wideout keeps the play alive, and he'll scurry in for an impressive touchdown. San Marcos up 14-7. Judson in scoring position now. LJ Shipman will cross the plane. That is a touchdown for the Rockets to even things up. And in the end, San Marcos wins 27-17. Well, the 5-1 Brennan Bears are trying to keep up in District 28 6A, visiting Holmes tonight at the Gus. Brennan scoring early and often. Sophomore Jay-Sean Mitchell fields the punt at the 31. Now this perspective showing us what Mitchell is seeing. He slips away from a few tackles, hurdles his own teammate, make way for Mitchell, evades another would-be tackler, and he'll house it for a 69-yard punt return touchdown. All three phases working for Brennan tonight. They shut out Holmes 69-0. Now a battle between Southside and South San going down at South San Stadium. Both teams playing in a tough District 14 5A D1. Southside driving up 7-0. Josiah Escobar sees his target, but Isahia Hins jumps the passing lane. And the Bobcats flip the field just like that. Anthony Mata drops back. He has options, but he goes to his full back, Jerry Trevino. Love to see it. This was a tight, low-scoring game. Southside wins it 13-7. Lee and Reagan meeting up at Comalander Stadium tonight. No score in the first, but Reagan is driving. Senior quarterback Cody Ragsdale keeps it himself, and he runs to his left into some traffic for a nice 10-yard run. 2 plays later, Ragsdale keeps it himself for the 1-yard touchdown at the goal line. Your final from Comalander, 42-0 Reagan. All right, no idea what this guy's name is here at Churchill, but someone tell him he may win our Best Fans category on Monday for the best of big game coverage. Love that energy. It's Churchill and Roosevelt at Hero Stadium. Rough Riders in the red zone when we arrive. Sophomore QB Xavier Chambers rolls to his right, and he fires to his senior tight end, Mason Matez. That's a 14-yard TD pass. It's 4-0 Rough Riders, and the Chargers get on the board when running back Hilobi Ron takes this to the house, a 35-yard run in your final tonight. Roosevelt wins 41-27. All right, we are not done yet. Next, we hit the road for the BGC road trip. But first, let's listen to the McCullum High School Band.